Hello, dear AI enthusiasts. When we talk about artificial intelligence and the leading nations in this field, most people immediately think of the USA or China. But there is one player that is significantly underrepresented in public perception: Russia. In this video, we take a closer look at Russian AI development, which is surprisingly advanced and partly hidden. Today, we dive into a topic that receives little attention in the Western tech community: Russia's developments in generative AI, and especially in large language models. Why do we hear so little about it? And what is happening behind the scenes? Let's explore these questions together. Let's start with an overview of the most well-known Russian large language models, the counterparts to ChatGPT and others. What do you think? Have you ever heard of YaLM-100B? The tech company Yandex, often referred to as the Russian Google, made headlines with this model in 2022. It is a GPT-like system with 100 billion parameters. The special thing: Yandex made it freely accessible to the public. At that time, it was one of the largest open-source language models worldwide. Yandex trained YaLM-100 billion bilingually on Russian and English texts. This bilingualism gives the model both local strength and international usability. Another significant player is Sberbank, Russia's largest bank, which is increasingly positioning itself as a tech giant. Their research team Sberdevices already developed RuGPT-3 in 2020, a model trained on massive amounts of Russian language texts. This model was released in various versions and forms the basis for several applications, including the voice assistant Salute. In April 2023, Sber followed up with GigaChat, their own chatbot, positioned as a Russian language answer to ChatGPT and supposedly particularly good at communicating in Russian. Interestingly, Russian AI teams often follow an open approach, quite contrary to Western companies like OpenAI, which keep their most advanced models under lock and key. YaLM-100B was released completely open source with a free license, which can promote innovation and enable Russian researchers to keep up despite international sanctions. The Russian LLMs have developed their own strengths. While Western models like GPT-4 are still at the top in terms of general capabilities, logical thinking, or programming, Russian models are catching up in specific areas. Some are already multimodal. Sber's GigaChat can not only generate texts, but also create code and even images from text descriptions, similar to GPT-4 with vision or combinations of ChatGPT and DALL-E. A notable advantage of Russian models lies in cultural context. They were trained with Russian literature, history, and internet data. This allows them to understand references to Pushkin, for example, or capture the tone of Russian colloquial language, which foreign models might find difficult. An experimental project impressively demonstrated this ability. RuGPT-3 co-authored a book of short stories with writer Pavel Pepperstein after being trained on his writing style. But now we come to the most exciting part: the suspected secret AI projects in Russia, about which there is hardly any official information. Observers assume that Russia is intensively researching military and intelligence AI, largely in secret. President Vladimir Putin has repeatedly emphasized that AI is crucial for Russia's future military strength. Reports about AI-controlled weapons are particularly explosive. Think about it briefly. What would it mean if autonomous systems made war decisions? Ukrainian sources claim that Russia has been using AI-supported drones since the end of 2024. These are supposedly able to bypass air defense. They identify targets autonomously. They even function without radio connection. These smart kamikaze drones could fundamentally change modern warfare. They indicate that Russian developers have developed advanced algorithms for real-time image recognition and autonomous navigation. However, these claims have not been officially confirmed. In the field of intelligence services, AI presumably plays an increasingly important role. According to various reports, Russia's security service FSB and military intelligence use generative AI to enhance disinformation campaigns. AI can be used to generate massive amounts of fake text, deepfake images, or even videos that can be used in propaganda activities. A Ukrainian government representative claimed that Russia began using generative AI in 2023, specifically to spread disinformation narratives on social media faster and making them harder to detect. There are also indications of intensified cooperation with China in the AI field. Both countries have proclaimed a strategic partnership without limits and are allegedly exchanging information about military AI applications as well. Russian delegations met with Chinese experts to discuss autonomous weapon systems and the use of AI in warfare. Some observers even speculate about joint secret research laboratories, or that China supplies Russia with urgently needed semiconductors to advance AI projects despite Western sanctions. Why does one hear so little about these developments in the West? A significant reason lies in information control and censorship within Russia. Many AI projects, especially military ones, are subject to strict secrecy. Even civilian projects come under political control. When the Yandex voice assistant Alice once gave a politically undesirable answer, the company was promptly reprimanded by the highest authorities. This climate makes open reporting considerably more difficult. At the same time, Western media mainly focus on the AI superpowers, USA and China. In global AI rankings, Russia is only in 31st place out of 83 countries, far behind the leading nations. The geopolitical tensions since the Ukraine war in 2022 have greatly reduced scientific exchange. Many Russian experts have moved abroad or work in isolation. Western reports about Russian technologies are now often characterized by security concerns rather than recognition of technological advances. In the global AI race, Russia has both strengths and weaknesses. An advantage is the traditionally strong expertise in mathematics and physics. Russian AI researchers have attracted attention in the past through efficient algorithms and creative approaches. The existing LLMs like YaLM-100B and GigaChat show that technically complex models can be developed even under difficult conditions. However, a major weakness is the dependence on Western hardware. State-of-the-art AI requires powerful graphics cards and chips, but since the sanctions in 2022, Russia can hardly get hold of NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel hardware anymore. Sberbank chief German Gref confirmed in 2023 that Russia can no longer buy GPUs, which significantly slows development. While attempts are being made to work around this with Chinese support or build their own chip industries, in the short term, there's a lack of computing power for truly competitive models. Another weakness is the emigration of talent. Many top programmers and AI specialists have left the country because international companies have withdrawn or because they struggle with government policies. As a result, Russia itself lacks the human resources to keep up with the huge teams in Silicon Valley or Shenzhen. Nevertheless, the tide could turn in the medium term. Should Russia and China deepen their AI alliance, know-how and hardware could be shared. Russian companies like Sberbank are already planning concrete collaborations with Chinese researchers to advance AI projects more cheaply and quickly. Observers warn that an AI alliance of sanctioned powers could change the global AI balance. What does this mean specifically for the future? I see three likely scenarios for Russia's AI development until 2030. First, Russia establishes itself as a niche champion. It focuses on Russian language AI applications and military AI systems. This specialization could give the country a technological edge in certain application areas while lagging behind the USA and China in general AI. Second, the Russian-Chinese AI alliance will bear real fruit. By 2027, we could see joint supercomputers, shared research platforms, and AI models that circumvent international sanctions. This cooperation could sustainably change the global AI landscape. Third, Russia develops its own chips and hardware solutions. First prototypes of Russian AI-optimized processors could appear in the next 2 years and reduce dependence on Western technology. Already, Yandex and Sberbank are quickly integrating their AI solutions into everyday products. With all the geopolitical tensions, we should not forget that artificial intelligence is a global phenomenon that benefits from international cooperation. The Russian contributions to AI research deserve more attention, both the publicly accessible and the hidden developments, because only through a comprehensive understanding of all actors can we better assess and shape the future of AI. Russia's AI development is a fascinating double game of ambitious public projects and suspected secret plans. In the West, the topic has been underestimated so far, but the future of AI is geopolitical, and Russia will play a role in it that will probably soon be discussed more. Now I want to know from you, which of the three future scenarios do you think is most likely? Do you believe that Russian AI models could overtake Western systems in certain areas? And should we in the West pay more attention to Russian AI developments? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want to learn more about underestimated AI players, let me know which country I should examine next: India, South Korea, or a completely different one. If you like this update, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you activate the bell, you'll even be informed when we upload a new video. I hope to see you next time. Until then, stay real.